If you know how easy women submit to men they love, you not stress yourself. See, ma tell you.
Divorce everywhere, single mothers everywhere. While some are enjoying their marriage. Please, marriage, is it by luck or is by character? Divorce everywhere, single mothers everywhere. While some are enjoying their marriage. Please, marriage, is it by luck?
My brother, if you see how women submit to men they love, you will not bother yourself. You see that your stubborn girlfriend or stubborn wife, she doesn't love you. If she loves you, she would definitely submit to you. Women only submit to men they love.
Hello guys, today I want to dismantle this argument or this line I see a lot of African ladies or women online making about women. You know, these African women saying this stuff, making this kind of statement. You know, they mean well for men, for African men. They give real advice. But I think there is a misunderstanding. They don't understand in this line. They keep repeating. I see a lot of them repeating this line. They say that women, especially African women, they submit to the men they love. You know, they are telling you like, oh, if your wife it doesn't submit to you, or your girlfriend, you know, if it doesn't submit to you, it submit to another man. You know, if your girlfriend is if your girlfriend is somebody stubborn that you think is stubborn, that's telling us that this stubbornness is showing it's just for you because he doesn't love you. That when he loves a man, he submit. But this is a lie. That a woman submit to you in bed doesn't mean that he love you. Because if he's like that, prostitutes, you know, that submit to men in bed, it doesn't prove that they love them. Because this is what they want you to believe, that oh, when a woman submit, or when you're dealing with a woman and is giving you sex, it means love because he's submitting to you in bed. You know what I mean? But those examples they are making is the point they fail to understand is that you think that these women submit to those men because they love them, but it's not, because it's different. Like, yeah, a woman is dealing with somebody, even if it's long term or short term. You know, you don't even know the real woman you're dealing with. You know, even if he gives you sex, you know, when you want it, and you conclude, oh, he submit to me. You know what I mean? You only know that if it's like that, we wouldn't have been having this big problem we're having now in Africa about marriage stuff, you know? Because even if you want to use submission like as a criteria, like, you know, you submit to this man, it's not it doesn't make sense, because when you look at a boyfriend or somebody dating is different with when it comes to marriage, you know, real relationship, you know what I mean. That's the difference. These people they don't understand, because that person that you think is giving you sex, you know, is submitting to you, you don't know whether is not going to continue that way. Most of them is not going to continue that way when you marry them, when you have a stuff to lose. You'll find out that this thing he thought is submission because he submitted to you in bed is a submission, is a lie. You have been deceived by thinking that a woman submitting to you in bed means that he's submissive. It's not. Because these women that are saying this, you submit and they don't have any other valid point to make about submission. The only point they are using is just emotional, that these women they go and have sex with somebody. Once they have sex, once a married woman go and have sex after the marriage, it means that he's submitting to that man. It doesn't mean that. They don't. There's no relationship. You cannot establish that relationship that way. Like, oh, once a woman goes outside and have an affair, that person, that man he has an affair, is gonna submit to that woman. He's not gonna give the man attitude as he's giving to the husband. It's not. Women want to do what they wanna do. It's not. You can just say, oh, they are submitting to any woman. Some women are just. They don't submit to any person, you know. They submit to their passion. You know what I mean? They submit to their passion, you know, because they want to have fun. They pretend. They submit to you in bed, you know. And you can't just go under that assumption, oh, that this woman is submissive. It's not. So these are our African sisters that keeps talking about they do submit another person. No, they don't. There's a lot of women that don't submit to any person, even their own dad or their mom. They will fight them. I'm telling you, I've seen a young lady, in my teens fighting her dad. I've seen it. This is the real story. Not like somebody told me. No, I was there, and he was fighting like it was a vicious fight. He's fighting the dad with a weapon. You know what I mean? And I was there because this family, we know that this lady is kind of is mental. You know what I mean? There's a problem, and I've seen this lady fighting the dad. Do you mean that? Do you want to tell me that this lady that was fighting the dad doesn't find a man and submit to that man in bed? And that man will say, oh, because you submit to me in bed, let me go and marry her. If you go and marry her, you are into trouble. And by the end of the day, up to today, this lady that was I know that was fighting the dad, he didn't marry. She didn't marry. You know what I mean? She didn't marry. So people, our African women should stop using this line. That it doesn't work that way. Like, how do you define submission? It's not about short-term submission. It's about long-term. Have you been with somebody for 10 years to know really whether the person is submissive? You know what I mean? It can be like you see some of these our young women these days, have a boyfriend, they have sex. It's submission. It's not submission. It's not submission, my friend. You know what I mean? Submission is when you live with somebody for a long time and you have stuff at stake. Boyfriend and girlfriend, there's nothing at stake there. It's the real relationship is when you get married. You have this emotional attachment. You spend your resources or you pull your resources together. There's stuff at stake in this. That's when you know who is submissive or not. Thank you for watching. Peace.